Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Marcus, and welcome back to another video. Today, got a little bit something different for you all. What I want to do is basically rank my entire Nintendo Switch physical game collection. Um, so let me kind of show you all what I've got going. So check this out. What I did is instead of doing like a tier list, like a little tier list online, because I know there's usually something that you could do this on the internet, but I decided to make more of a tactile version, or to simplify it, a tier list that you could like touch and feel, if that makes any sense. So for the tier list, I used all of my, well, not all of them, but I picked 5 caps out of my cap collection, and that's basically what I'm going to use for this tier list. So, and there's 5. We got F tier right here. This is F tier is kind of like, it's not good. The game's not good. Whether it's from a gameplay perspective or story, or maybe the controls are terrible, that's going here. Now, one thing I should say before, and this is probably gonna make some pro gamers mad, but I won't be talking about graphics, right? Mainly because I don't really see why that's such a big deal. Like, for me, it should be mainly about like how the game's story is, characters, all that good stuff. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. But yeah, so that's the F tier. This D tier is, it's not, it's not that great, but it's also not that good. I wouldn't see myself playing this game too often. Yeah, this is just the meh. And then for my C class, or C tier, this is the cap that I chose for that one. I apologize for my bad video making right now. I picked this one because, it's in the middle. The game's decent for what it is. I'll play it here and there. I'll play it here and there, and it's not bad. And then for my B class, or for my B tier, I picked this cap. This is like, this tier is for the games that I could see myself playing again, quite a bit. They aren't my favorite, but they are good nonetheless. And then for my A tier, I picked this cap because these ones are just like, for games to be in this tier, they're like classics, right? They're really fun to play. I could see myself digging into them all the time. And yeah, and then also I decided to do another bonus tier, my Kane, and the reason why I chose this is for games that are somewhat accessible. The game doesn't necessarily have to be, over the top. It doesn't have to have too much accessibility features, but if a game does have them, they'll go in here. So, with that being said, let's get started, because this is probably going to be a really long one. So, what better way to start with this pack, or this collection right here? Yeah, I'm trying something completely different. I hope you guys really don't mind. Hope you guys enjoy this. First up, this one, Super Mario Odyssey. This game's an absolute classic. I love like the story. I love the gameplay, and just like the idea of being able to like become your like favorite Mario enemy. You could become like a Goomba, a Koopa Troopa. You could become a freaking tank and a Bullet Bill at one point. Like, this game's awesome. And one other thing that I like about this game too is, like, with the boss fights, how you would use these different abilities. Yeah, so this game is going into A tier. Bam, right there. This game, top tier, absolute classic. Next up, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. See, this one's a family classic. I could see myself playing this quite a bit. I'm gonna put this. I think I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna put this in the. I'm gonna put this in C, even though it's you know, a favorite of mine. It gets the job done because I'm pretty much the only person that uses my console. So yeah, even though I don't have a lot of people to play with, this one gets the job done. If like I'm on a road trip or, you know, I just don't feel like playing anything else, I could just pop in some Mario Kart and play all the booster course pass and stuff. Next, we have ARMS. This is my cousin. I have a cousin who really loves this game, but for me personally, this one's gonna go. I'm gonna put this one in D. It's not bad by any means. I don't hate the game, but I don't know. There really isn't a lot of content to offer. There's not a lot of, like, the game doesn't have a lot to offer, like, for, like, single players, like, such as myself, who's the only one using the console. Like, you would think there would be, like, more of a story to it, but instead they just throw a Grand Prix in. Fighters are pretty cool, but yeah, this one's a D, or this one's gonna be D. All right. This one is our first F tier. This one, let me just say, it's not good. Okay, like, the story just, it's kind of, it doesn't make sense because you know, Dr. Eggman's trying to take over the whole world, and then you have this new enemy, and then, like, at the beginning of the game, you have Sonic facing off against all these different enemies, which you don't face every one of them that you see at the beginning of the game. I don't know if I'm making too much sense, but the Wisp mechanics just meh. The only thing I like about this game is the freaking character creator, but that's about it. Yeah, this game's just not fun. I rarely touch this one, so it's going in F. Let's see. Captain Toad. Captain Toad. I like it. It's a good one. It's a good little puzzle platformer, and it does include stages from Super Mario Odyssey, which is a cool touch. Is it like my top favorite like Odyssey? No, but could I see myself playing it again? Again? I don't know what I just said there. Yeah, I could see myself playing this here and there. So I'm probably gonna throw this into. I think it's gonna be a B. I'm gonna throw this into B. And then Splatoon. Ooh. Haven't really been playing this too much, but the times that I have been playing it, it's been super fun. And I believe that this game is quite accessible because, think about it, with a lot of these shooting games, it's kind of hard to see where your shots are coming from. Like, yeah, you could technically hear it, but even in the but even that could be challenging because there's a lot of shots firing off and it's like crazy. But this game, you could actually see that, like, the trail that your opponent's making. You could see like when you're getting splatted and stuff, you know? I feel like this game, you know what? I think this one's gonna go in. This is the first game to make it into the Kane tier. even though this game doesn't have no accessibility features at all, I think just having the whole idea with, I think just the fact that you can like see the ink that's being shot at you, and the colors are bright too. So I think that's probably why this game. That's like why I decided to put it in here. So yeah, that's the first tier, the first stack that's done. But we still got a ton more to go. So let me pick the next one. That's this stack right here. Okay, Puyo Puyo Tetris. Yeah, it's going in D tier. It's going in D. It's not the greatest, but it's not terrible. But do I play it as often? No, I don't touch this too much. But yeah, Carnival Games. I mean, I know this game is technically supposed to be played with 4 other players, but yeah, it's all right. There are some fun little mini games in this. I'm gonna put it in C. I think it's decent enough to be put in this game. If you disagree, that's totally fine. Just please don't be rude about it. Nickelodeon Kart Racers. This is gonna be another. This one, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna put this one in. This is another. Or should I put this in? I don't know. This one's kind of tough because, 1, I don't rarely play the game, and 2, well, they're really, the roster's just kind of plain, and yeah, I'm gonna put it in F because, well, no, D. It's going in D. Because 1, I rarely play it, and the game plays all right, I guess.
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Oh my goodness! Hold on a second. My smart device just. I don't know what did I say? I don't know what I said. Shut up. Okay, my bad, guys. But Monster Energy Supercross. This one. This game was gifted to me from my dad. He got me this one and a couple of other ones, and jeez, D tier is gonna get full. I'm gonna put it in F. This is like, I'm not a huge like motorcycle fan, and plus, like the career mode. After you play a race, it just crashes, and I don't know. It's just not too fun. Another one of my cousin's favorites, Sports Party. I could get around this one. It's not my favorite, but it's also not terrible. I play this by myself once in a while too, so it's gonna go in C. And then, the first NBA game. See, this one's tough because I never really got to experience this because I didn't have a micro SD card when my dad got me this. But I think playing this, even without it, it was decent for what it was. So, I think, yeah, it wasn't too bad. It didn't have all the features that the other, like the current NBA games had, but I think even without them, it was still pretty fun. So, I would say, I think this is probably good enough to go into B, where I could, or well. I think this is gonna be another C tier. Man, C tier is filling up. I'm gonna have to rearrange these so that it has some room. Yeah, let me do that. There we go. we have more room for C tier because I have a feeling C tier is gonna really stack up. But okay, is that it? I think that's the rest of okay, that's the end of that pile. So next is this one. And first one we have Pokemon Sword. And you know what? I think I'm also going to hold on a second. I think I'm also gonna throw, where is it? What stack is it in? I think it's in that. No, it's in, yeah, it's in this one. It's in this one. I'm also going to throw in Pokemon. Where is it? Where's Pokemon Shield? Ah, here it is. I'm going to throw Pokemon Shield in here too, just because they're kind of the same game. They're from the same, like, they're like the same game, so I'm going to throw them both in there. And, you know what? They're pretty good. Pokemon Sword was like my first Pokemon game that I've ever got to experience, and yeah, I like the mechanics. I like all the Pokemon that it has to offer, and yeah, I think I think this is not a bad series. If y'all happen to come across this, I would consider checking out Pokemon Sword and Shield for your first game. And yeah, I think also having that experience of playing different Pokemon games kind of motivated me to get the other version, because I wasn't sure at first, but yeah, I got the other version. Oh wait, no, these are S. I think these are gonna be B. I'm just gonna stack them both up like this, and they're gonna be B tier. They're gonna be B tier games. So yeah, that one's out the way. Ooh, Mario Maker 2. So here's, okay, so I've got a funny little story to tell you guys. So I got this game for Christmas one year. I think it was like 2020 or something. But the saddest thing was my Switch, before I got that new one that I unboxed, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But my other Switch, it just wouldn't turn on. I tried plugging it in. It just wasn't working. And the saddest thing was I never got to try. I wasn't able to play this, but after I got the new one, I started messing around with this. And it's fun. It really is fun. And I'd say it's better than the first Mario Maker. Because I did have a Wii U at the time. So yeah, I would say this game is solid. This one also will go... This one's going to go in the A tier. Or not A, yeah, B tier. Ring Fit. I rarely use this thing, so I'm gonna put it. I'm just gonna toss it over in D. I'm throwing this one in D right now. Maybe I should give this some space. I should give this all some space. So yeah. Let me move some of these. Move some of these piles down. Let me do that real quick. Move some piles around and everything, so we can make some room. So I got the F tier right here. We'll move. I apologize for the weird and odd angles. We'll put those two in there. And then that Ring Fit's gonna go in there as well. Let's see. Oh yeah, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I'm gonna say this one's going in C. It's decent. It's a decent little game, and a different take on a Mario game, right? Like a whole RPG style game. So yeah, I like it. It's not horrible. But next we have Sonic Mania. And this one, I actually, like, out of all the Sonic games that I own, I think this one's probably, like, the best one because of, like, the platforming. Even though I will admit I haven't played this one a lot either, I still think that it's kind of cool to experience, like, it's kind of cool to see this game go back to its, like, original roots, but in a more modernized way, if that makes sense. So, I'm going to put that in... Let's go in B. But yeah, as you guys can tell, a game has to be really, really good to make it into A tier. And so far, there really hasn't been a good contender. But I think I might have found one, and that is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This game is awesome. Like, I've never played a Super Smash Bros. Game before, but man, just seeing this game online and like the whole excitement about it, really I wanted to check this game out, and it is awesome. The amount of characters that you can choose from, it has like a massive story to play through, and they have a whole bunch of other like DLC fighters you can pick. This right here is the ultimate experience, and for that, it is the second game that's going into A tier. So yeah, as you can see, not every game is gonna make it into A. It has to be a really, really good one to be worthy of making it into A tier. Okay, what's the next pile? I think it would be this one, right? Yeah, this would be the next pile. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta try to... Should I maybe move the Kane tier a little bit? I might move the Kane tier a little lower. I'm not sure yet. That way I could try to make... Yeah, I'm gonna move the Kane tier like down here because I don't know how many games are going to make it into Kane tier. But yeah, we got Mario Odyssey, Smash, and then the Kane tier. Let me move that just so we can get some space. Sword and Shield are also gonna make it right here into the Kane tier. That. Yeah. Now we have some good room to put all that in. Skyward Sword. Let me tell you, like, this game's awesome, man. Like, when my dad gave this to me as like a little welcome home gift, like welcome to my new home gift, this game got me hooked, man. Like, I'm pretty sure this was like the only game I would play, to the point where I'm like, okay, maybe I need to start playing other games. So yeah, I'm gonna blame this game for getting me hooked on it, but I'm also gonna thank this game for freaking causing me to stop and play some other ones, because I swear the final boss on this game is ridiculously hard. I still can't even beat it. It's so absurd. But no, I will say that for this being my second Zelda game, it is really cool. So I think, ooh, see, this is tough. I really want this to be an A tier, but it's going B. I'm going B. Oh my gosh. Oh man, this one breaks my heart, y'all. This one hurts a lot. Oh man, I really want this one to be... I wanted this one to be on the top tier so bad, but unfortunately, it can't. And that is Sonic Colors Ultimate. Yeah, guys. Like, now if you're wondering, like, why are you so sad about it? Like, what's the deal? So, Sonic Colors Ultimate was like the first Wii game. It was like the first Sonic game, I should say, that I've played. And just the fun of shaking. I don't know why, but just the whole fun of using the Wii controls to use your wisp, and also just my memory of beating the final boss for the first time. It was a great feeling, man. And Sega they did this game dirty, bro. Like, first of all, question for you: How often do you guys? Okay, this question is for the gamers, but how often do you guys go to the settings? To the settings menu. Let me get it together. How often is it that y'all go to the settings menu to do stuff? Because I'll tell you what, I rarely go there for. I rarely go to the settings menu for anything except for adjusting a game's volume or whatever. So, like, the reason why I'm saying that and asking that question is because they decided to add a shop feature, right? Because they decided to add this new, like, shop feature and these cosmetics, and I guess Sega was on a time crunch, and they just threw the shop menu in the freaking options satellite, which is basically the settings menu. Like, really? Really? And plus, on top of that, this wisp here, they're like, oh, this is a new wisp. No, it's not. In fact, this is actually from another game called Team Sonic Racing, which I'll get to in a minute. But the funniest thing is that power-up is like the Boo item in Mario Kart. That's what the Jade Wisp is in that racing game. That Team Sonic Racing is just the Boo power up in Mario Kart. And Sega's just like, oh, well, we don't even know what other colors to pick and what other powers to pick, so we'll just take the Ghost power up from our racing game and throw it in here. And plus the box art, dude, it just does not look as fun as the original. Like, it just looks so... Where's the planet? Where's the whole, like, planet? Where's the freaking main hub world? Like, the main first world that you start at? There's none of that. It's like they just copied and pasted it onto some freaking boring background. And, yeah. Like, the story is still the same. There wasn't any extra content even added to this thing. And the only stuff that they did add was this Rival Rush game mode, which you can only access by collecting like 15 red star rings in each world, and you could only play it on like the 3rd level of each world, which it's just stupid. So yeah, and not even nostalgia could save this. So this game, yep, it's going in F. It's going in F, man. And it hurts. It really breaks my freaking heart because it's one of my favorite classic Sonic games. But no, Sega, y'all did this game so dirty, man. It's just not good, guys. It's like, I will say this. Let me just say this. If you're not familiar with the game and you want to check it out, go ahead. But if you've played the original Sonic Colors before, steer clear because it's just trash. No. But luckily there is one game that is 10 times better than that disgrace down there. And that is Zelda Breath of the Wild. The first Zelda game that I've played. Like, when the game came out, I really wasn't sure what the hype was all about. But when I got it and played it, man, I was hooked. Now, no, I didn't play for hours. I didn't sit on my thing for hours. Of course, I did other things, but for the PlayStations that I had with this game, it's really fun. In fact, I'm working on one of the, like, the second Divine... No, my third Divine Beast, because I've already beaten the first two. I think one of them was called, like, Varita or Varuda, and then the other one was like I don't remember. I don't remember the other two. I forgot like the bird one. I'll have to look. But I got those two done, and I'm working on Vaughn and Boris right now. So yeah, this one is going to be this one's gonna be A tier. Absolutely awesome. Okay, Burnout Paradise Remastered. It's alright. It's like an open world driving game, which I've never really played before. And to be honest, it's not really my favorite, but yeah, I'm gonna put this in D. Yeah, I'm not too big of a fan. Yeah? That's the one. I'll do this one. Oh. Thank you, sir. Got me some little snacks from my dad. Anyways, here's my little snack. But Burnout Paradise. Oh no, next one is it's called Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. I think I remember getting this one and Burnout. And it's a pretty cool platformer. I haven't played this one in a minute either, but it's pretty cool. The combat system is awesome. And this is one third-party game that actually has box art, and something that not a lot of games have nowadays is like a manual, because yeah, not all of the games have this stuff now. So I'm gonna put this. You know what? I think this is a respectable. I want to put this in my B tier. It's not my favorite, but it is still pretty cool. Ooh, okay. Mario 3D All Stars. All right, I like it. So this one, I think I saw like 2 or 3 copies of these at a Best Buy, and I decided to jump on it because these were only around, like this game was only around for a limited time during Mario's 35th anniversary, and this is basically a collection of 3 different 3D Mario games, which were Super Mario Galaxy, which I was already familiar with because I had the Wii version, Super Mario Sunshine, and then Super Mario 64. And I never really played these 2, and so I got this, and I could say I've played more Mario Galaxy, more of Mario 64, but I don't even play a lot of Sunshine, to be honest. I think it's because I'm not really that big of a fan of the whole flood thing. But other than that, though, this is a pretty good game. I think this is also going to go in the A tier of games. Power Rangers Battle for the... Here, let me put this down. Getting cold. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. See, I'm not a total Power Rangers fan nerd, but it's a cool little fighting game. It features Rangers from different seasons. Not every season that's out, but it has some. And it actually has 2 different characters from one of my favorite Ranger seasons called Power Rangers Jungle Fury. And I'm gonna be honest, and this is the one thing the critique I have about this game is the character choice that they picked, like from Jungle Fury characters. Daishi is good, right? Because he's the main villain. And by the way, if you haven't seen Power Rangers Jungle Fury, 1, you're crazy, and 2, this spoiler alert. But yeah, so Daishi is a fine choice, but why did they pick RJ? Which he's like the fourth Ranger, and it was the main 3 like sensei, their master. But why did they pick him? Because if you watch the show, Power Rangers fans, if you're a Power Rangers fan, you'll know. But if you've seen Power Rangers Jungle Fury, RJ really didn't have a lot of like interactions or like connections with Daishi. The only time that he's ever interacted with Daishi himself was RJ actually being captured by him. I've never seen him fight against the dude. So I think it probably would have been better to pick somebody like the White Ranger, because he's had a little bit more of a connection with Daishi, or Jared, the human form, like his human self, I guess. I don't know. You gotta see the show to understand. But I think besides that, gameplay's good, story is decent. I'm gonna put this here. See. By the way, I apologize if I'm making too much noises. But it looks like we're moving on the pile pretty good. Now I'm gonna have to remember to put all of these games back where I found them, which is gonna be a nightmare. What do we got next? Because we did that. I think it was Skyward. And then, ooh, okay. We got this pile next. And this starts with Persona 5 Strikers. Let's see. This was a pretty fun one. I've actually never played, like, I'd never played a Persona game before. So I decided to kind of check that out, mainly because, Joker, the character that's in Smash, and also I've heard friends talk about this game, so I wanted to see what it was all about. But also, I saw a ton of these at my local Best Buy. Like, there's a whole case of them just sitting there. So I'm like, you know what? I want to get this and see what's all about. And it's pretty cool. The whole having these the whole idea of having these different spirits and traveling through the metaverse. It's a cool little anime style game. So I think this one, man, C tier is just getting really full. I'm gonna put it in B. I think B. B is a respectable answer, right? Okay, next one, PvZ, Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. It's alright. The gameplay's okay. The story's also okay. I'm not a big PvZ fan, so I'm putting it in D. It's not my favorite. Assassin's Creed Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection. I got this collection for sale at Best Buy for $19, and it's actually pretty fun. So when you get this game, you're gonna get Assassin's Creed Black Flag out of the box, and you have to download Assassin's Creed Rogue, which really confused me because I think since I had Mario 3D All-Stars, I thought, oh, okay, you get both of these in box or in the cartridge. Nope, you actually have to download this separately. And I even thought I had to spend more money just to get Rogue, but you just have to download it on the eShop and stuff like that. Maybe I'll make a video showing you how to do that, so you can kind of understand what I'm talking about. But this one, I'm gonna put this. I think this is a good enough game to make it into A. Oh my gosh. Or B. Man, there really isn't a lot of... I only have 3 games in A tier. I'm telling you all. A game has to be really good to make it into A tier. Oh, wait. We still got more in here. Let's see. Team Sonic Racing. It's okay. I'm a fan of this one. The team mechanic is pretty decent, and the color powers are cool. And oh, by the way, this is where the Jade Wisp was from. Remember from Colors Ultimate? See, look, right. I think it's right here. Look, the Jade Wisp. It's that guy right there. This is essentially the the Boo power up from Mario Kart 8. That's what I was talking to you guys about earlier. And the fact that this game has a story mode, like a legit story mode with cutscenes, a world map, not a Grand Prix, not like an actual Grand Prix type style. Well, it also does have that too, but a full-blown story mode, that itself I think deserves to be in C. I was gonna put it in D, but no, I think the fact that it has a story mode alone is just what got me there. Oh man, you guys, this collection is getting so full. Man, I'm gonna have to pull these caps back. It's getting so packed, guys. Oh man, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna have enough room for my cane tier. Which, oh wait, you know what? No. I'm gonna move. This is gonna be the first time man, just getting in the way. You know what? I'm gonna put TVZ into the cane tier, mainly because this game has, like, it doesn't have a lot. I think it just has like a color contrast thing, and I don't know. I only checked it out just a little bit because I was getting ready for bed, but it has some accessibility features. So yeah, I think it's going into to the cane tier or the accessibility tier. NBA 2K22. Man, do I have a story to tell you guys about this game. So like, here's the thing. My dad, he's not much of a gamer at all, right? And so, you know, while I was playing my 2K19, he's like, you know what? We got to get you the newer game. And man, I don't think I've ever seen my dad so committed to want to get. Because the thing is, he doesn't game as much as I do. So, you know, it was really cool to see him to see him beat me for a bit, like wanting to get one game. Like, we called a bunch of different GameStops. We went to a bunch of different GameStops until we finally found it. Like, that really just blew me away. I'm pretty sure he was, like, in his mind, he was like, wow, I actually did that. Like, man, that was an amazing memory that I probably will never forget. So yeah, in terms of gameplay, it's pretty dang fun. There's the My Career mode is pretty cool. I know a lot of people hate this franchise and stuff, but me personally, I think it's really cool. The controls are kind of are like easy to learn and everything. Well, maybe except for dunking, but that just takes some practice. And yeah, I think this one is another. Do I put this in A? Or do I put this in B? I think this is another B tier. This is another B tier game, guys. Or does it deserve to be in? No, I think it's a B. It's a B. Here, let me move this up a notch, because I'm pretty sure there are going to be a lot more B tier games coming up. So let me just move this up real quick. Let me move up all my B tier games, because like I said, I have a feeling this list is gonna get super big. But we're almost done here. But now I'm just gonna have to make sure everything gets put away. Let's see. Okay, Immortals Phoenix Rising, the knockoff Breath of the Wild. It's alright. I remember I did an unboxing for you guys with this game, and I guess it's another one of those games where the gameplay's, it's alright, you know? the story's decent, the mechanics and everything are decent, but I don't know. It just doesn't. It's not. I think after playing Breath of the Wild, this certainly doesn't beat it. So I think in this case, I'm gonna put it in D. Now Hollow Knight. Okay, this one. I really like this one. In fact, check this out. This is something. Check it out. Look, this has a reversible cover. That's like the coolest thing when you get the physical version is you get a an actual reversible cover, which I think I have at least 3 games that do this. Splatoon is one of them. Hollow Knight, and I think there's one other one that I have too that I'm gonna get to. But that's not the only thing. One, it has an instruction pamphlet, but 2, it just comes with a small little envelope. You know, it's a dumb reward, but wait a second. It's not an envelope? I wonder what it could be. Wait a sec. Could it perhaps be a poster? What? Check it out, guys. This is the map of the entire Hollow Knight game. Look at this. You get this in the physical version. How cool is that? Man, not even Nintendo themselves put in this much effort and detail. Like, man, it's rare to see third-party publishers do stuff like that with their game cases. Like, this is awesome. And I think even the gameplay is awesome too. Like, it's a 2D side scroller. The art style is really cool, and the fact that you could literally just heal yourself by defeating enemies is just super neat. So in that case, you know what? I think this is gonna go into A tier. I think this is a super fun game. Although I will also admit that I haven't been playing this much, but shoot, I think it deserves to be in an A tier. Now we are really getting into it. Pac-Man World Repack. Like, I've played other Pac-Man, like, adventure games in the past. I think, like, the Pac-Man and the Ghost Adventure series on the Wii U. And those were pretty fun. This one, I'm not gonna lie. Playing this for the first time, it definitely caused me to rage a little bit because of the control. Like, I guess, like, how insane the levels were, especially at the beginning of the game. Like, wait, really? How many cannons? Like, really? There's a level that shoots constant cannons at you, and it's only the 3rd level of the game. I don't know if I'm making too much sense, but yeah, I don't know. It's, like, as a Pac-Man fan, I guess it works, but I don't know. It's not. This is a D tier. It's not my favorite. Okay, I think now we're starting to get. Okay, here we go. I think we're starting to get into. We're starting to get into the better ones. NBA 2K23, the more recent NBA title, and I actually really like this one a lot. The whole, like, I liked how refreshed I liked how the way the main menu looks and everything. The soundtrack, like the soundtrack and music that they have is pretty good, and the controls are really cool too. The shoe creator I like a lot, but I think one of the other highlights too that I like about this game is that it has like this thing called Jordan Challenge, and it's kind of it's where you get to relive like Jordan, like Michael Jordan's history and stuff like that, like play all the games that he was in and stuff. It's pretty cool. And you know what? I could say NBA 2K23 is going into A tier. There we go. Now we're starting to build it up, guys. So, Luigi's Mansion 3, for my first ever Luigi's Mansion game, this one's actually really fun. You get to explore this like haunted hotel while trying to save your friends from King Boo, and you get this thing called the Poltergust G00, and then you get this other little sidekick called Gooigi, and he's pretty versatile, a pretty versatile companion, as long as you don't put water on him, because he will just dissolve, and that wouldn't be good. So, but yeah, he's pretty flexible. He can go through like grates and stuff like that, fences, all that good stuff. But yeah, I really do like the gameplay on this too. So I think this is a B tier game. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. It's alright. It's alright. You get to either be like, a police officer chasing like all the speedsters, or you get to be like the rebel, the speedster trying to escape from the cops. Is it the best game in the world? No, and I think because of that, C tier. This is the longest video I've ever done in the history of the channel, guys. I usually try to keep things short and simple. Sonic Frontiers. It's actually a really cool 3D. It's like Super Mario Odyssey, except without the capture mechanic, and yeah, it's like Super Mario Odyssey, but without the capture mechanic, where you get to explore these different like sandbox worlds, and there's lots of different enemies you can defeat, and you get to collect the Chaos Emeralds and defeat these giant bosses. Now, the only thing that I don't like about this, and this is gonna be weird, this is gonna sound strange, but the only thing I don't like about this is the photo mode. Yeah, like I said, it's weird. It's a weird touch, but the photo mode is just bland, man. Like, I've played, like, when you play games like Super Mario Odyssey or Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, those games are like, the photo modes on those games are more creative, because you could add stamps on them. You could like turn them from you could like really change you could like tilt the direction really far until they're like this to the side. With Sonic Frontiers, it's like you could either do this or this, but with the other ones you could go either this way or this way, and then add like the little the emblem or whatever for the respective games. But I like it. I think it's going in A. It's going in A, despite the photo mode not being that great. Okay, so we got a couple more games. We have Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3: The Black Order. I've actually got to play a Marvel Ultimate Alliance game. It was mainly with my brother. He had the original Marvel Ultimate Alliance for the Xbox 360. It was pretty cool. So when I saw this game, and I saw the gameplay for this from like Nintendo's YouTube channel, I kind of wanted to check it out. And so later on, I decided to pick up a copy, and it is really cool. I've actually already beaten the game and decided to restart it all over again, and yeah, go from there. So otherwise, I think this one, I think this is good enough to be, this is a C. I know, there's a lot of different, oh man, we're gonna have to push this one back further. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. There we go. Okay. Whew. Okay, we got it. Yeah, so, man, we're almost done. And then, oh boy, this game, I will say, has gotten a lot of hate, and I'm sure a lot of hardcore gamers that have played this, they're probably going to want it to be here because of how bad the glitches are, and the like, a lot of hardcore gamers are probably going to want this to be here because of how bad the graphics are. But for me, that's not the case. Like, I'm not about that. For me, it's actually pretty cool getting to have an open world an open world Pokemon game where you get to go explore the region at your own pace, and you get to choose the path that you want to choose. You don't have to challenge the gym leaders if you don't want. You don't have to choose or challenge. Like, you could do whatever it is you want in this game in whatever order you want. And it's pretty cool. The only thing, though, that I will say is that customization in terms of the character is pretty limited compared to Pokemon Sword and Shield. But other than that, and I am sure I'm probably going to get yelled at for this, but for me, I think it's going to be in here, B tier. I'm sorry, okay? Don't get mad at me. I know you all think that this game is bad, but because of graphics and other drama, but not me. I think it's a great game. But here we are. the final thing, and this is actually a more recent game, but No Man's Sky. This is a really, really cool game, guys. If you're into like space exploration and if you're into like space exploration and the ability to like kind of create your own base and all that cool stuff, you're gonna like this one. And it's actually a more recent game too, so if you want to get your gold points, you can get them because it came out last year. So yeah, man, and I actually got a really good deal for this. Like, I got this for what, like $30 instead of the original 60. So yeah, this is definitely a steal of a deal, and I would highly recommend it. And what actually surprised me too is that the fact that this does have accessibility features. One of them being that you could change like the heads-up display size for some things. Although I do wish that it wasn't just the display. I wish it was like the text and everything. I think the ability to change the text size would definitely be nice for a game like this, because with the different cutscenes, it would be nice to just be able to make that enlarged so I could read it without the need of using my magnifier. But other than that, though, do we put it in A tier or do we put it in the Kane tier? No, I think this game deserves A tier. Bam. Oh man. Oh man. Wow. This collection is getting huge. Cruisin' Blast. Man, this one's I actually kind of like this one a little bit, simply because of like how chaotic it is. Like when my dad and I were playing it, boy was it a blast. Like, I was literally laughing my butt off after that race, man. And like one of the races that we had, because my dad was literally screaming his butt off. It was so close, you guys. But yeah, this game was a joy to play with my dad, and even just by myself it was fun. So I think, oh man, this is going into B tier for sure. Oh, we got 2 more games, or 3 more. I'm sorry, 3 more. Metroid Prime Remastered. Never got to experience this game before, like when it originally released, but I like it. I like the kind of first-person shooter style, and the ability to scan your different visors and all that stuff. It's pretty cool. And this is another one that has a reversible cover. So, yeah, I think this is going to be another A tier. That means we have 2 more games. This one, I did an unboxing for this. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Or, not 3. The original Xenoblade Chronicles. I really enjoy it. I've really been wanting to check the series out. Because once again, I had friends that have been a fan of this. So I'm like, you know what? Let me see what the original game's all about. And see what all the hype is. And it's pretty cool. Now, one thing that also kind of shocked me was the fact that this game had large print, but I feel like it was in the wrong place. Like, Nintendo, you were so close. You were so close making this game accessible. What I mean by that is, like, in the main game, the text size was decent, but then when you had the cutscenes, when you got to the cutscenes, which had, like, actual voice acting, the subtitles had, like, large print text on them, which was a cool touch, but like I said, I feel like that should have been turned into an actual feature where you could set it to be for both cutscenes. I think that should have been an accessibility feature where you could choose the text size and everything. Nintendo, you almost had it. You almost made an accessible game. And you know what? I think it still goes into game tier. It does have somewhat of an accessibility to it. But like I said before, it's just in the wrong place. But then we have our last and final game. And it's going into... No, I'm kidding. NASCAR Rivals. It was pretty fun at first. I got a kick out of it, but I don't know. I didn't see myself playing this one too often. But I think even still, though, not being a NASCAR fan, it's all right. So, with that, the last C tier game, and there it is. The entire Switch collection turned into a tier list. Wow, this video, an hour. That's the longest I've ever done. I've never done a video this long. Maybe I have, but I probably don't remember. This is crazy. But let's take a recap of all. But let's take a little recap of all the games. So, starting with F, as you could see, 3 games. I kind of thought that a lot of the games would be in F tier, but no, I honestly thought that a bunch of other games were going to make it to F tier, but no, there was only 3. I swear, this one, just looking at this one disappoints me, but yeah, so this is my F tier. Here's D. There's the C tier. And then there's B. And then there's the A tier. And then my bonus tier, the Kane. The accessibility tier. So, what can we determine out of this? Well, what can I determine from all this? Well, I think a lot of these games do have potential, and that's what I'm trying to get here is you can't judge a game just based off of its visuals. That's not going to tell you much. Yeah, I understand you want your games to look nice, but what about the actual gameplay? What about the actual story? What is that going to tell you? And I think that's just what this tier list shows, right? Like the F tier, there wasn't a lot. These games did not have a lot to offer, and either the stories just didn't make sense or it had some issues. D tier was, the games I rarely played. D tier is just the games that I don't play a lot because, well, I don't know. they're just not all that fun. C is just kind of in the middle, right? You know, they're not bad, but they're not good, right? So would I play them once in a while? Yes, I would play some of these once in a while. B tier, which, damn, B tier is certainly the biggest out of all of them. B tier is just a whole bunch of really fun games to play, whether it's on your own or some of them are like with the family too. I think there's maybe one or two of them. But yeah, these are the B tier is just full of good games. And then the A tier is just back-to-back bangers, like whether it's as old as Mario Odyssey or Breath of the Wild to like No Man's Sky. These are all just top tier games that I could 100% see myself playing all the time. And then the bonus tier, the King tier, is games that somewhat have accessibility features to them. So yeah, this is it, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed this video, considering how long it took to put this thing together. Now I'm just gonna have to put all these things back in a stack, which I might not even do that, but no, that's not like me, because I have my entire game collection all set up, so I can't not do that. So, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.